Alright everyone, welcome back. Happy Wednesday. I don't usually stream on Wednesdays, but today's a little bit of an exception because last Epoch came out yesterday. The new patch did. We're finally in mono, so I'm just going to be blasting them today. I'm not going to be doing anything special. If you want to go watch good gameplay, you can find it somewhere else. If you want to have a chill time though, welcome on in. That's why we are here. Seeing where I can get my upgrades. Let's go for shards. Yeah. So our thing for this is we make tornadoes and we transform into a bear, so those tornadoes do more damage. That is the extent of the build for the most part. Waste all of our mana, transform into bear. Things more or less melt. Whenever we transform into bear, whenever we transform back to, we'll have the same amount of mana as we did rage. And because rage, you start rage out at full, you can usually get like quite a bit of mana back. It's another benefit of this build is like how we get mana back. We can't transform back right away, but we can also just rampage around, which is this. I go in one direction, but I cast lightning bolts while I do so, which is fun. Once we transform into a bear, we have those tornadoes down. They just kind of melt. Also, when we're rampaging around, which is when we do that like dash in a straight line, we summon lightning bolts every second. I think we summon like 5 per second. Our tornadoes also call down lightning bolts. It's not a ton of damage, especially to elites, but it can add up, and it's pretty good for clear. Just to clear up like the trash mobs, because the range on it's pretty impressive. I think I mentioned, tornadoes also call down lightning bolts. All of which have extra range, penetration, fun stuff like that. Yeah, we just expend all of our mana, throw them down, and then we don't have to be in bear form. It helps. We certainly don't have to be. Ooh, exiled mage. Alright, let's get one more down. Alright. Did I miss it? I missed a spire up here. We'll come back for the exiled mage. Yeah, there it is. Probably didn't need to summon all of those, but... Alright, the mages should go down pretty quickly. Just a hope. Okay. Yeah, you can see the damage once we get it going. Oh, hi. Experimental hide gloves of hope, sure. There's an elite up there, so I'm just going to focus him with this, and then... Something I want to make sure I get is cooldown reduction so we can get back and forth into bear form faster. That's going to be a big help for us. Spire should go down soon. Hey, we're a little tankier than expected. Alright, we got it. Ooh. If it's glowing red, that's good for us. I might try to change the color on this because I cannot see what the names are when they're blue. 8 strength, cooldown recovery speed, Eliresed. And the 8 strength is big because we do get a lot of spell damage and benefits from strength, especially when Wearbear form. I'll take it just for the strength shard. Yeah, one of the nice things is this. When we get 6 points, we get more health regen per strength. And I think another one... Yeah. Get a strength from that. Thought we had another strength multiplier in here. That'll be a good one, actually. Like, we got that. Yeah, I think we have another strength. I just forget exactly where it is. Unique gloves. All right. Pause all these real quick and see what we got. Mana and lightning res, stun avoidance and flat health. Mana and flat health. We'll take the mana and flat health. I think we can find something better for that. Damage over time, no. Spear, no. Rogue helmet. There's increased spell damage. We'll eventually use that. +1 to tornado. That's definitely something we're looking for. If we can put, it gives us so much necrotic res though. That's the thing. Like our current one gives us so much necrotic res. I'm going to shatter this and hope for the tornado shard. We got it. Cool. Cooldown recovery speed. Falcon Fists is not for us. Okay. Let's go for the unique item. Just see what we get. I need to replace my... Is it? No, not my chest piece. Like, replacing the chest piece would be cool. It's just the necrotic res. Like, 67 necrotic res from that is most of our necrotic res. Definitely could replace the hat at some point, because that's pretty fucking shit. I think I can get better about, like, not completely draining my mana bar and only putting down enough tornadoes that are needed. That way I can just transform and get out. Cast speed, strength, poison res, physical res. That is a relic. This gives us all res is the thing. We kind of need that right now. It's about the only thing it gives us though. I mean, the void res. Alright, something I'm going to do real quick. Yes. Yeah, let's put it in that. Just so I can try to read it a little more easily. Alright, so this is the last one. Man, we really just tear through them. So this... Ward potion use. So this is lots of poison res, lightning res, ward on potion use, yeah. Our belt currently gives us hybrid life, which is kind of nice. 15 intelligence doesn't do anything for us, but it might be really helpful on like a newer character. Not even newer, but because item level 55. And then this 26 health on melee. This might be helpful for leveling up a melee lightning build or even totem build. We might be able to find a use for that. That could be cool to try. I don't think we need to transform for this one. Not a whole lot of density here. Mercurio Shrine Boots is move speed, void res. Yeah, we could probably do something with that. I'm actually liking the playstyle, and I know it's only going to get smoother. It's a little clunky when you're stuck in human form, especially if you're like low on mana. But I think if we find ways to get around that, either through CDR or some sort of mana regen, stuff like that. That'll be helpful. I have a feeling this one's an ambush. So I don't want to get like ambushed. Yeah, here it is. Never mind, we're already here. Like I say, I don't want to get ambushed when we don't have access to bear form. There's something down there, too. There we go. Hollow Finger. Chance to chill on hit, melee necrotic damage, cold res, maximum. I don't know enough about the game to go like, oh yeah, that's designed for this build or that build or anything like that. Oops. Wish you could set up like smart tabs. That would be really helpful. Both of these actually have a decent amount of potential. What's their forging? I might go with this. Even if we lose some move speed. What are the prefixes we can get on it? Attunement and move speed? That's everything. How many glyphs of hope do we have? We do have 48 glyphs of hope. I don't think that's enough. I should have used them from the beginning. So we got one movement speed on that. We can slap a... No, that was our only attunement shard. Never mind. Probably hold on to that for forging later. Maybe? Alright, so this is when we summon a totem, aspects of the links isn't for us. Strike chance for totem no. Okay. I'm gonna take the physical res for now, but that's right about it. Hey rooters. What do you mean? It's pretty standard in, like, ARPGs. Diablo 4, Path of Exile, stuff like that. Tomes of Experience are probably what we should go after. Yeah, I didn't comb it after taking a shower this morning. So it's just kind of laying there. But yeah, it's pretty hot here. It's not actually, like, wet or sweaty. Camera probably just makes it look like that. There's this. I don't need to transform for that, so we can just do this. So there is an ambush in here, got it. Cool. Ah, my eye's bothering me. I also figured I'd stream today because I'm not going to be able to stream tomorrow. I have to go get my eyes injected tomorrow, so I'm obviously not going to stream after that, which is unfortunate. What do you mean patterns? It's not like backpack heroes or backpack battles, if that's what you're thinking of. It's just like a 12 by 8 rectangle. There's individual nodes. That's it, but, like, nothing's assigned to anything. Don't need the focus. It's not a big deal. Everything snaps into place, so it's really not, and everything gets placed automatically, so it's really not an important part of the game. It doesn't matter where you put them. Alright, hold on, we're in the ambush now. Oh, that was fine. Again, I can see that, like, I can see them when I'm playing. It just might be through the screen that's a little tough. But, or through stream. Cooldown recovery speed while transformed. I kind of like... Oh, man, that's tough. Because, like, I can get back to human form faster. Okay. Dodge rating. Vitality. There's hybrid health. Okay, we got the hybrid health shards. Those are important. Movement speed, we don't need intelligence. Snowblind isn't important. Okay. We really have to work on our resistances because we only have cold capped. Like, nothing is egregiously low except for maybe void, but... A lot of it still needs work. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the experience tomes. I'm just going to do all of the quests for this monolith. Of what? What would you like a visual tutorial of? Because there's a lot to the game. The build or the game? I can try. There's a lot to the game to kind of explain at once. I'll try after this, this echo. But I can give you, like, a basic rundown of it. Or try to. Because, again, there's a lot to it. But while I'm in a monolith, that's not going to happen. Monolith is the endgame system. Basically, you progress through monoliths, and whenever you complete a monolith, you fight a boss at the end, and if you beat it, the monolith then resets with new things to do, new little nodes you can explore, but becomes harder. Obviously, with better rewards, too. I think so. Let's see. Spriggan form, Swarmblade form, Wearbear form. You can summon wolves. I don't know if you can turn into one, but you can have them as a companion. Yeah, it looks like Spriggan form, Swarmblade. Don't know what a Swarmblade is. Guessing it's some sort of bug. And then Wearbear. Look like to be the main forms you can turn into. It's kind of like, yeah, it theoretically goes forever. So this is the this is one monolith. There's a bunch of them. So each monolith has its own like quests to do as you fill up this bar. You fill up this bar by doing like individual nodes. So, like, you do a node, and then, depending on how many monsters you kill, it fills up this bar. When it gets all the way to the end, and you do these quests over here, you can fight the final boss. And then the corruption will go up. Corruption, right now, is 0, but as that goes up, it'll get harder, and better rewards and stuff like that. And that's kind of just the endgame system. Each of these nodes has, like, a reward and a modifier. So, like, enemies have 30% endurance, which means when they get below a certain percent of health, they take less damage. But if we complete that echo in the monolith, we get some affix shards, which is part of the crafting system. Crafting system is probably the most in-depth part of the game right now. Let me pick these up. You also get these rewards after you finish up each echo. Blacksmithing system. Let me grab an item and try to show you. Let's grab this guy. Alrighty, so there are items that obviously go in slots. This is a helmet, as you can see, because it says Primalist Helmet. One of the important things here is, A, the implicit modifiers. So you see Maruna Helm of Life, Primalist Helmet. Primalist is my class. So any non-Primalist can't use this helmet. Underneath of that are what we call implicit modifiers. These are just based on this type of item. So a Maruna Helm will have 265 armor and 38 lightning resistance. And underneath of that is forging potential. That is basically how much you can influence the item to try to get it to be like what you like. Each item can usually have 4 modifiers, 2 prefixes, which have their own set of modifiers you can put on them, and 2 affixes, again with a different set of modifiers you can put on them. So say right now we can see we only have 1 modifier, and it is a health suffix modifier, so we could still put 2 prefixes and 1 suffix on it. So let's say I wanted to put attunement. Attunement's really good for my class. We could do that. We choose attunement. You can see here it will cost anywhere between 1 and 14 forging potential. So if I did it, it happened to use 8 of it. There are different tiers. If you have the shards to upgrade it, like we do for this. You can see by the little arrow. We can click on that. This will cost 1 to 24 forging potential. There's different ways you can influence that. If you have like a Glyph of Hope, has a 25% chance for it to cost no forging potential. So if you're trying to upgrade stuff, that's definitely something you could do whenever they start to have the higher end here. Glyph of Chaos can randomly change the affix you choose to a random one. They will keep the tier though. So like this will become a tier 5 random suffix. Glyph of Order. Each modifier has a range of values it can roll within each tier. So for like now, the health, you see it's tier 4, and tier 4 health is anywhere between 41 and 55 health. If we had 55 and we wanted to upgrade it, we could go with a Glyph of Order. That way we know it's at the maximum value for the next tier whenever it gets upgraded. And then Order of Despair has a chance to seal an affix, which is kind of just a way to get a 5th affix on things, but you can't modify it anymore after that. You can't modify that affix once it's sealed at all. There's a couple other ones, but we don't have them. And then if we don't have any of that, you can also go down here. There are runes. So there's Rune of Shattering. If we did that and we wanted to shatter it, we would have a chance to get the shards for the modifiers on this item. So we'd have a chance to get an attunement shard and a health shard. Rune of Removal. It removes a random affix, and we get a number of shards equal to its tier. This is really nice. Like, say we just had this item, and we hadn't put the attunement on it. We could do a Rune of Shattering, and we would have gotten 4 health shards back. It does use up forging potential, though, which is something to keep in mind. And the Rune of Discovery adds a random tier 1 affix to all empty slots. I don't really like using it, because then you have to upgrade all of them, even if they are all what you want, and use up forging potential as you go. That's the basics of the blacksmithing for this. So if I wanted to continue use it, like trying to get this up, let's see, I'd want, we already have attunement. I could do strength. Spell damage while it transforms really good for us, so we could add that. We want hope, not that. And then for the final suffix, we could try to fill in like one of our resistances we're missing, so it'd probably be like Void Res. And now I can see like, okay, what do I want to upgrade? Upgrading these has a lower potential system, or a lower potential forging potential loss, because I'm only trying to go from tier 1 to tier 2. If I try to go from tier 4 to tier 5, it could be up to 24. You can only craft affixes up to tier 5. You can find items that have tier 6 or tier 7 affixes. Yeah, you can also search for it, which is good. I decided to just scroll. Yeah, you can find items with tier 6 or tier 7 affixes, and those are called exalted affixes, but you can't increase them at all. So what you generally want to do is get an item you want with the right affixes, and then start from the lowest one that has the lowest forging potential loss, and then just kind of upgrade as you go. So now we can't upgrade them anymore because we don't have the shards, but we could look at like maybe Void Res, 1 to 10. We're down to 2. Now at this point we could go here. It will, like, as long as we have at least 1, we can do this. We don't need to have 24 forging potential. So at most, this is going to cost us 2 forging potential. It only cost us 1. So now we could go into the Void Resistance, use our last one, and now we have something that gives us a little bit of that, but spell damage when transformed, which we are quite often, lots of health, and Void Res, which we needed. So we lose 6 poison resistance, we come out even on attunement, and we gain spell damage and a ton of health. We can replace it. And just for the sake of showing things off, we take our old helm, we have attunement, mana, health, and poison res. If we want to shatter it, you can see we get 1 mana shard and 1 poison resistance shard. You're not guaranteed to get all of them that you shatter. That's why you want to use Rune of Removal. This right here, the one highlighted in purple, that is an affix, or that is an exalted affix. As you can see in here, it is tier 6. Spell critical strike chance would be nice for us, but right now we need the elemental resistance from our item currently in the slot. You can create some pretty gnarly stuff, especially if you start looking at legendaries. I can't show them off right now, but there's lots of cool stuff you can do with legendaries as well. Also, I'm just going to shout that for that stuff. And then finally, yeah, yep. There aren't set bonuses or anything. Like, there are sets, but they're pretty weak. Finally, there is this. Let's go into here first. So you have your base class. So I started as a Primalist. So Primalist has its own skill tree that as you level up, you can put points into. And at level 5, 10, 15, and 20, when you put enough points into here, like once we put 5 points in, we get a Terra's Blessing. Once we put 10 in, we get access to Warcry all the way down the line. Each class has its choice of 3 masteries. For Primalist, it is Beastmaster, that has its own tree, and as you go, you can unlock stuff. It also gets its own ability if you decide to go into that. Druid, same thing, we can change into a bear. And then Shaman, get Summon Storm Totem, same thing. I chose Druid, so we have the entire passive tree open for us to level into, but you can still go halfway on the other masteries, which would be helpful for either getting the skills or picking up some very valuable. I think right now Shamans and Mages are most popular because they got like some of the biggest changes. I think like Sentinel's one of the weaker ones that people don't like so much, but I've had a lot of fun with a whole bunch of different builds. So yeah, as you go through, you can pick up stuff. So like I'm in Beastmaster because I want extra strength. And we also take less damage from that. This, we take less damage when we're transformed and we're hit. And this just gives us health regen and strength. And then once we put enough points into that, we also get extra health regen per strength we have. And I'm in Shaman, mostly because I want Tornado. But this also gives us attunement to empower the Tornado and gives us some penetration. And then we're just going through Druid to get a whole bunch of their stuff. We're actually not using any of the Druid spells besides Wearbear. Worst class by combat? Probably Sentinel, but I'm not 100% sure about that. I don't play this game enough yet to really know that, but that's just kind of like what I figure. And kind of the cool thing about Last Epoch is all of the skills you have their own skill tree. So you can get up to 20 points in the skill tree just by leveling them up. You can only have up to 5. They're called skill specializations. And then you can kind of just customize it how you want within the tree. But this is something you don't really see in other ARPGs like Path of Exile. Path of Exile, you use gems to support an active skill gem. And that's how you change how that skill gem works. So there's not a tree designed for it. So it's more flexibility, but also kind of more chances to screw up, I guess. You get some weirder things, but Last Epoch still does a really nice job of like not being as complex, but you can still do a lot with it. That is a very, very quick rundown of Last Epoch. So right now, I am just trying to get through this monolith, and we're trying to get all the way up here. Because once we beat all these monoliths, we'll be able to unlock empowered monoliths. I believe you can play with friends. I'm currently playing completely offline, which is a benefit of this game. You can play offline. I just didn't want to deal with the server spikes, server issues, because, again, the big release was yesterday. So I didn't want to have to deal with the server stuff. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's party play. I generally don't play these games with friends. It's just something I kind of like to grind on my own. Yeah. Another thing that's kind of cool is there are 2 different like factions you can join. Circle of Fate and Merchant's Guild. Merchant's Guild gives you access to the auction house and a whole bunch of stuff that... I mean, yeah, I'm gonna let you know I don't play multiplayer, so you can add me. I'm just not gonna really play with our people. And Circle of Fate, you fulfill prophecies to get rewards. Yes, there is an auction house if you go Merchant's Guild, but you can't just, like, spend all your time in the auction house. You actually have to play the game to get favor to use the auction house and sell stuff there and everything, which I think is pretty cool. Because while I love auction houses and think they are important to a multiplayer game, I also don't like people that just become auction house bots. I feel like at that point you're not really playing the game. They also added a dodge mechanic this league, which is kind of cool. You can just press spacebar and dodge. Dodge is just a roll in a direction. It doesn't give you any invincibility or iframes. Yeah, I went with Circle of Faith because I'm playing offline, so I can't sell stuff to people anyway. And I kind of like the idea of just, like, using what I find. So I'm going to get up to 6 points in this and then probably stop with Beastmaster. We'll switch over to Druid. We'll pick up the final 2 points here. It gives us a little bit of survivability. And then we'll start looking at some stuff down here. Yeah. Probably grab, like, more Shapeshifter. Probably a crit chance. Some other stuff. Health regen and mana regen could be nice. Don't really want that. Rage gain on crit could be nice for sustaining. And it gives us crit chance. Circle of Fate. I think it's Fate, not Faith. Health, maximum. That could be really nice just for more beef and spell damage, yeah. Oh, I gotta go into that. Oh, look, it's only 1 point. Okay. Should I grab 1 point there? Maybe. We'll see. We have lots of options. The guide I'm loosely following wasn't really updated for this patch. So I'm trying to make do with the changes. I have a prime list, but yeah. Alright, we're almost there. Yeah, let's start doing these. I'm going to start finishing up the quests. Okay. Like, if you find a key, that's to access the dungeons. I think there's 4 of them right now. So if you have a key for, like, Lightless Arbor, you can access that dungeon. Dungeons usually have a gimmick. Some of the dungeon bosses drop unique item, like special items, I guess is the best way to put it. Some of which can really make or break a build. Like, I know last season I had a build, or I had an item that only dropped from one of the dungeon bosses. And one of the dungeons is also how you interact with legendary potential and legendary items. Okay. We gotta go down there. Got it. I have no clue. Is it an arena key? That's the only thing I could think of off the top of my head is that it's an arena key, but... Ooh, idols. Ah, I left too soon. Fuck. Circle with a key. Maybe it's a quest? All I can figure. Increased throwing attack speed is probably worth shattering if we do a throwing build. Armor and flat health. I mean, flat health is nice. Dodge rating, fizz res. Health and crit chance. I can sell most of this. Circle with a key. You talking about this? Or above? Oh, I see what you mean. You mean in here. That's just, the reward for that's an arena key. Which I don't think this build is going to be very good at, so I'm going to stay away from it. Yeah, it's just it's an arena key. Arena, you basically face waves of enemies, and then if you can beat the final, like, arena champion, you get quite a bit of... You get rewards. You can kind of, like, pick and choose how hard you want to make it to a point. You're good. Yeah, those are called... the individual nodes are called echoes. The entire, like, web of the... Like, the entire web is called a monolith. We're about to get a bunch of enemies. This will be fun. There we go. Idols are like another system for gear. guess. I just call them rewards. Shards usually refer to, like, the affix shards. Like these guys. That are used for crafting. For expending storm stacks. We're not really having storm stacks, I don't think. We don't have an active totem either. Knowledge of an erased mage. +1 to mage skills. Mana before health. Well, maybe we can use this for leveling. We can sell everything else. Yeah.
Yes. Take care.
All right. Let's go back and actually do this time. Not too much. I usually want it on something. My dad's a big honey fan, but it's fine. But I don't like go into the honey jar just to eat it. Man, that actually cleared through like 3 elites with just that little burst. Nice thing is, like, whenever you go to pick up a shard, it picks all of it. No, I mean, again, I'm not so... Like, if I'm going to have something, it's going to be honey. But again, it's going to be on something. I'm not a huge fan of maple syrup. If I use it, it's usually in cooking as, like, a thickener for some sort of sauce, like teriyaki. Gotta love these. There's that. Did I miss? Yeah, I missed it. What am I supposed to be grabbing? Defeat the necromancers. Okay. I'll come back for him. Hopefully it's not bugged. That would suck. The Ox is percent max health, which is really good. That's what that affix name is. Okay. That should be fine for now. I'm expecting there's going to be a boss coming up, so I don't want to use up all my mana right now. Oh, we're good. I don't know. Never really heard, like, I've heard of English pudding, but I don't know anything about it. Alright, now I gotta do this. One more. Oh, really? It got stuck on the trunks? Okay. We're fine. Increase lightning damage, vitality, dodge, and armor. I want the lightning damage shards. And then spell damage, same thing. Actually, losing the 8 attunement would be rough, but, like, oh, right, it's necrotic res we don't want to lose. Increase health. And we don't even have the dodge is taking the suffix that we want for necrotic res. That's too bad. Cold damage, hybrid health, flat health. This is what's giving us most of our poison res, though. Yeah, we have 46 poison res in our belts. 44 of it. Alright, we at least got health shards and hybrid health. There we go. I was wondering why he wasn't going down for a little bit. It might just be like a pantry dessert. You just use up whatever you have in your pantry to make some sort of confection. There's a key, speaking of. Okay, that has better clear than I thought. It's not, like, super flashy clear. I don't make the rules, man. I'm just learning how to cook. I don't even know how to bake. I don't make the rules. Alright, there's a level up. That'll give us a little more. Man. Alright, our damage is fine. We're gonna have to fix our health at some point. We're a lot lower than where I'd like to be. Especially on that. I also feel like we don't have, like, the most sustain. Oh, he's just right there. Sure. I will defeat the Imperial Commander if I know where he is. That's him here? Yes, okay. Easy does it. And then we'll grab... We need one more point into there and we'll be good. Okay, nothing there. Critical strike chance, nah, nothing there, and then nothing there. Probably gonna go with the shards, and we can grab these rare rings. We have a shrine up here. We can clear these out real quick. Oh, these guys. They're aggravating because sometimes they'll shoot at you and you don't even know where they are. There's that. We have one right around the corner. Come back! Okay. He's back, but that's okay. Goes down there. The mobility also isn't, like, super great. Like, when we're in Wearbear form, it's fine. But outside of it, kind of meh. Like, I guess we have rolls, but... Let's come back fairly quickly. Alright. There we go. Here's a set body armor. The last Bear's Scorn. Alright, hold up. So, 2 set we get health gained on stun. 3 set we get 30 strength. Can we move in? Nice. Do you enjoy staying with your uncle? 30 strength is actually a lot. You get 10 strength here. If we've stunned an enemy recently, which we might, 29 endurance. That might be one worth looking, because like 30 strength is a lot. I'm gonna be checking it. I'm gonna be keeping an eye on that. See if we can find the other pieces. Nothing there. Yeah, we'll go here, and then we got both affix shards in that. I think I want to do at least the jewelry ones before I finish up this monolith and move on. Nice. Oh, you don't have your license yet or anything? Driving's so nice to be able to do. I know when I was able to drive, it gave me so much freedom. It's one of the things I miss most, is like just not being able to now. There's that. Where are we heading? We are... Alright, we're looking for a hunter. He's up this way. Ring is just something you put on your finger. What is the ring symbol? It is jewelry. So it's at least rings and amulets. I can't remember if it counts belts or not. There's no sense in really hoarding the gold in offline. Oops. I'll switch back. Because, like, you can't really buy, like, super great items from the vendors. Best you can do is just, like, there's a dungeon that lets you gamble with gold at the end for items, and that's about it. You need it to respec passive points. Stuff like that. Yeah, I'd like to get some more regen. Mana regen, that is.
Alright, I mean, video game gold doesn't really have the same glow as actual gold, but to each their own. I'm going to save some of my mana until I'm ready to transform, because I want to have quite a few tornadoes out when I transform. Yeah. That way we can do this damage, yeah. I'm going to grab the rogue mage up here, too. Grab that. Alright, hey. Everyone's got their own things that they like. We actually do like a really nice amount of damage already. It's so satisfying. Minion damage, strength. No, we're good. I mean, you can be. If you're learning how to drive, you're still probably pretty young. You got time. Just be smart with money, make good decisions. Get a solid job. Percentage health per second, plated gauntlets. I do like my Stormhide paws. I'm gonna try to get the hybrid shards from this. Elemental, Fizz, Res, but we're not using a shield right now. Health, Fire Res, Lightning Res. We're fine. Alright. Yeah, we'll grab this. I don't think there is in this. In Path of Exile, it's just called a Magic Find build. Some roguelikes have builds like that, where you can scale off of your money. I know when I was playing Dungeon Crawler, there were a couple items that scaled off your money. Alright, it's down here. I mean, learn how to code. Go ahead and make it. Okay, let's... I don't know why I'm heading up that way. We need to be heading this way. He can spew all over there. Okay, good. If everything's going to be here, I'm just going to clean up this little corridor real quick.
I mean, there could be a community for it, but you get to tailor make a game to how you want to play it, and you have the sense of completing a project. It could be cathartic. There's a whole bunch of reasons you could do it. Same reason some people like gardening, even though, like, nobody's gonna see it besides them. They do it for themselves. They still get to enjoy it. It's something they enjoy doing. They get to make their garden how they want to. You could try, for sure. Alright, Acolyte Relic, we are not an Acolyte. Throwing damage is not for us, but the minus throwing mana cost is an important one. And we didn't get the shard for it. Oh well. Dex, Ellie Res. Fizz and Ellie. Block effectiveness, we don't care about. Blind on hit, parrot, no, that's nothing. Dedication of an Erased Primalist. +1 to Primalist skills, 11 less damage, slowed enemies. We might be able to use that while leveling something. Looks like it's a cool one. Weaver's Will is neat. I'm not gonna take anything. That does not go in that tab. There we go. So you just use it as a currency. Alrighty, time for a big boss fight. This guy can actually drop a really nice chest piece if we're lucky. And if he does, we're going to be in good shape. Oh, right, we gotta take care of these things. Okay, there's one down. Another one down. From this guy, just getting on to the next monolith is nice. The chest piece is really the biggest drop from this guy, because I don't think you generally come back and farm him later. Unless you really want the chest piece for some reason. And like the chest piece is just kind of nice as a placeholder, because it gives you crit avoidance, I believe. Oh, whenever you beat a monolith boss, you also get to choose a blessing. Yeah, kinda. We did drop a legendary, so we'll see what it is. Increased experience, increased ornate idol drop rate. I'm going to take experience because we're still leveling. Looks like we got it, actually. The only thing is we're going to lose all that necrotic res. Let's just check these out first. Dex. This. Okay. Yeah, there's the woven flesh with legendary potential. Health, overall, or overkill damage. Leech this health, leech rate. Yeah, it gives us 100% crit avoidance, and we leech. We just lose all that necrotic res. That's the biggest thing. Yep, it is. Like, there's a level cap in this game, but, my sugar's sky high. There's a level cap in this game, but it's harder to get to now than it was last league. Alright, but we can move on to the next echo. Out of curiosity. Oops, I don't want that. I want... Give me 1 second. Does he use any legendaries in this build? Looks like he uses one. No, not doesn't look like he uses any legendaries. Interesting. Oh my gosh. There we go. Yep, I mean, you don't have to get to max level for this game. This game's kind of interesting in that there's, like, you don't have to get to max level to enjoy anything. Max level is kind of just like a luxury. It's not like World of Warcraft where most of it, or like a large part of the content is locked behind it. Shards, jewelry, glyphs. We'll go shards. I think I'm just going to save this till later. Because again, losing that much necrotic res is going to be painful. Okay, so there's some golems patrolling we have to get. Man, the range on those lightning bolts is insane. And I love it. Yeah, you get a passive point every level. But, like, I wouldn't say there's a huge difference between level 95 and level 100. Just most builds are designed to, like, assuming you're going to get to level 95. That's how they plan out, like, endgame. Those guys should go down. I'm just waiting on my Wearbear cooldown now, so we're going to expend everything here, and... Let's do this. There he goes. Take the Bastion Key. Are non-magical? Maybe like Falconer? You're gonna have to build some defense in the game. Falconer might be it, but again, I haven't really experimented with them that much. I did like a pseudo glass cannon, but it was Warlock where I just summoned minions. Stationary minions, but it was a cool playstyle. I liked it.
no. I mean, frailty on hit's really good. Blind on hit, no. Chill on hit, no. Need the key.
Take care.
I'm sure you could probably look on like YouTube or something and find people that do lots of damage and stuff. We'll go here and then we'll go for the amulets. This one was kind of cool because it summoned stationary mages that shot out fireballs, and then you drained their life to let them attack faster, but also heal yourself. So you kind of just they kind of became like turrets. Like if you've ever played League of Legends, they became like Heimerdinger turrets almost, but they also sustained you. It was pretty wild. I enjoyed it. That was my best character last cycle. Those spires are aggravating, but... as long as we don't get hit by them, we should be fine. Alright, there's one of the spires there. One down. What is that? Torbjorn? We can transform and probably be fine. Yeah. Okay, looks like I have to go up and around for this last one. Alright, there he goes. We just had to wait for our cooldowns. I'm gonna go... oops. I'm gonna go KO the spire that's shooting at me first, and then we'll come back for the Exile Mage. Oh, got it. Yeah, I don't really play FPSs, so I did not know that. Alright, let's grab this guy. That is so much damage. Minion dare? No, we're good. Anything good? Throwing damage? No. Intelligence? Strength isn't bad, but the block and block effectiveness is useless. It happens. I finally got Arceus last night, so I just need to get, what's his face now? Eternatus, and then I'm done. Also, last point here. Cool. Yeah, we might come back to pick this up, but I think next up is the Druid Mastery to continue on with this. We got all these. Yeah, we're not gonna go with that. We'll probably go with Hurricane. We picked up all those. Yeah, we're gonna pick up a 5th point there. Do that. Who do I still have to get for starter completion after Eternatus? Picked that up. Might grab that eventually. We'll go with that. Fine for now. Let's grab the amulet, and then I don't know where. 'Cause I don't really want the keys. We actually got a unique drop. Alright, Quicksilver Coil is pretty common, but still nice to have. It can be useful for leveling. Just the movement speed on it. And I don't think it has a super high requirement. Oh, I mean... It probably depends on how you define starter completion, but yeah. Urine's Penance. Spell damage while transformed. Fire res, physical res. I'm just gonna challenge it now. So much damage. Alright, this got a little hairy very quickly. Even if our damage is decent. Okay. %107% lightning damage, 34... Nah, I mean, the 68 spell damage from this is just too good. Yeah, we already have lightning damage. Oh, we should switch out of that. Yeah. Forest Cow. Aspect of Shark. No. 12. Ew. The base types matter so much. It's crazy. I guess we can keep going this way. Getting more glyphs and stuff is going to be fun.
Yo, welcome on in. Hey, Blind. No, I appreciate it. It's going well, man. How you doing today? Welcome on in. Yeah, part of it's I also don't stream on Wednesdays that much. I usually play Smash offline with a friend. He's not coming over this week, and last Epoch just came out. So I'm like, you know what? Why not? I can't stream tomorrow because of eye injections. What's going on? Glad to have you here. You should go down pretty quickly. Yeah, you're good. We can move on. Where's the other one at? Okay, doing a Beastmaster. Nice. Okay, I did last league, but this is my first, or cycle, but this is my first time with, first time playing Prime List. And I'm like, you know what? I can become a bear and do a tornado? Why not? What type of Beastmaster you going? And yes, ARPGs can be a lot to digest. I've played PoE on and off for I don't even want to think how many years, and even now it's just like, I don't know what's going on like 25% of the time. Poison Scorpion, okay. I saw Dreadful, who's a YouTuber, put up something about like cookbook Poison Scorpion build for a cycle starter. Looked pretty fascinating. I thought about that, but I'm like, you know what? I'm a bear. I can just be a bear. Ooh, exalted. I can just charge all over the place and let my lightning bolts hit everything. It's amazing. There you are. You are here. How far in are you so far? Well, hey, shouldn't say only. If this is your first time playing, it's like a day into the cycle. That's not bad. Yeah. Do you have experience in like Diablo or anything like that? Try to check some frailty now. We're just gonna keep going. Ooh, is that that's rare body armor. I don't really want the key, but I do want that body armor. Try to get some high value affixes for it. Like, if I get... Doing every... Oh, okay. MPOE, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I didn't play D1 or 2, and I played D4 when it first came out. Was disappointed. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to stick to PoE. So you at least have some experience in the genre. Or it sounds like a lot of experience in the genre. What are we looking for? I'm going to grab this guy once we get some mana back. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next PoE League. Necropolis was fun for a little bit, and then I kind of got burnt out. I played a ton of, like, Pokemon. Pokerogues, especially, is, like, mostly what I played since I was done with Necropolis League, because I'm also a big fan of roguelikes. There we go. Experimental Noble Gloves. Health loss per... we don't really have any ward retention. Best way to learn for you is just to dive right in. Spell damage when transforms a big one. I'm gonna shatter that. Try get the shard. I don't care about Rune's Penance again. There's the Quicksilver Coil. 165 increased void damage. Shred armor on hit. That actually might not be bad to use at some point. Void damage. Two-handed. Yeah, two-handed sword. Dodge and void res. I can drop that in there at least for a little bit more void res. I gotta deal with my idols at some point. That's percentage increase health and all res. We're gonna do this. Alright, we changed it around a little bit.
plus. Those who do all okay. Plus, all quests in this game actually seem to, like, really help, whether it's extra passive points or just, like, idle slots. I usually do most of the quests, too, in a lot of games. Just for, like, completionists. Like, if I play World of Warcraft, I'm, like, trying to go for Lore Master and side quests and everything. But in this game, it actually feels like you're rewarded for doing so, instead of it just being, like, a for you dopamine hit, I guess is the best way to put it. There's a level. Ah, dang it, he was down there. I'm gonna go after the Nemesis. I didn't see the thing on the map. Your name's a little funny for me, Galen, because I actually am blind in one eye. So I'm like, wait, is this somebody I know poking fun at me? It's just like, no. Well, maybe, but I doubt you actually know me. Summon Thorn Totem could be a nice one to have. Howl of the West Wind Primalist Helmet. For wolves to retaliate, they cannot be stunned. Minion movement speed, shock on melee hit, melee lightning damage. On hit with lightning skills to grant your wolves additional melee lightning damage equal to your melee lightning damage. Bug Bite for Etris. That's, yeah, I want to try a Bug Bite build at some point, because I think it would be a lot of fun and hilarious. Especially because you eat them right away. I'm going to empower this guy. I don't mind having him stick around. Oops, I did not want to double roll, but it's fine. Luckily, we kind of just shred these tier 1 Nemesis. But... Oh, gotcha. Okay, that blackout crazy? Fair enough. I don't know any Swedish, unfortunately. Sorry. I think, like, kiss means yes, maybe? But I don't know that for sure, and it could very easily just be a bad word. That's like it. All you need is hedge. That means hello. Okay. Is it hedge? Hedge? And that's all I need before until they start thinking I actually know Swedish and, like, try to continue the conversation. When I visited France, all I knew was, like, je ne vais pas français, which I think is I don't speak French. And if it doesn't mean I don't speak French, they got the message that I don't speak French. So it kind of, like, got the point across, even if it's not how you say it. My sister was fluent, though, so, like, I didn't need her. I took the Uber back to the hotel one time. It was just myself and the French driver. He didn't know any English, I didn't know any French, and it was fine. I did okay when I went to Puerto Rico, because I knew, like, a little bit of Spanish then. I knew enough that I sounded like a toddler, but, like, got my point across well enough when we needed to. But most of the places we went to, people were fluent, so it wasn't a huge deal. 99. Yeah, that's... 99% of them probably speak better English than I do. I ain't be speaking none of that bad English then there. Yeah. That's what I figured. That's why I wouldn't be overly concerned about it. But... My parents are going to England and Scotland next year and Wales later this year. Doing bulk build with Fortress and Bagel Sableye. Sableye, Elix. That'll be fun. Yeah, my parents are going to Wales and Wales later this year and England and Scotland next year. And part of the reason is they happen to speak the language, which I found immensely amusing. But I think they got that joke from Ted Lasso, so... Oh, I already beat the Echo. I'm just screwing around talking. I get one arena key. Yippee. Abyssal Moonstaff, that's... Yeah, that's void damage and melee. No. We start learning at the age of 12, but usually families... Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I got you, Rooters. I followed the Elix at the end. You never watched... You watched the English ones? Biker Mice from Mars? Oh, wait, those are old. Okay, I was gonna say, those are older ones. Because, like, I'm 30. I never really watched a ton of cartoons when I was younger, but I watched, like, Avatar and Pokemon and stuff like that. Poltergeist is sick. I had an Emerald Run Rogue that was saved by a Trevenant I caught that happened to know Poltergeist when I got it, and he, like, swept Steven. It was great. Do we have any... We don't have any skill points. Okay. We do have this, though. So if we grab this in Beastmaster... Oh, we're already there, so we can go back here. I'm going to go with this for more health and mana. I just want the 5-point bonus, and then we'll move on. Same year as Star Wars... Okay, got it. You're up there a little bit, but that's alright. And so one of my memories is about when Star Wars came out, but Episode 3. It's the first time I visited the Rocky Mountains. And the only reason I remember that is we went to, like, a plaza. We grabbed dinner at, like, a hibachi grill and an indoor mini golfing. But there was also a movie theater there that had tons of people lined up because it was the weekend Episode 3 came out. That's, like, the only reason I remember. See, I don't even know what that is. Like, I've never even seen a clip. Like, I know He-Man a little bit, but... Not biker mice. We are looking for... we're looking for a gate. Crap. Okay. I'm gonna hope they can take care of him. Yeah. That's alright. I used to watch Gilligan's Island and Baba Black Sheep with my dad. Again, not cartoons, but they were fun. For whatever reason, our family will every now and then just break into the Gilligan's Island theme song. But those are like two of the older shows I remember watching growing up. And every Christmas Eve, we watch Bing Crosby's White Christmas. That's like a big family tradition for us, and always has been for as long as I can remember. But those are like the older shows. Yeah, Rooters, you said you were from Finland? Is that right? I don't have enough tornadoes. Alright, I gotta do this. It's not gonna be fun, but... Okay, we got him. Yeah, we really gotta be careful about how we, use our cooldowns. No. I mean, that's a lot of... That's not bad. Actually, the cast speed and percentage life will be helpful shards. Okay, cool. We got him. Two-handed mace. You've been there a few times? Got it. The Finnish name for biker mutt. Which is bread cheese. I love it. I watch... There's a table tennis YouTube channel I watch, and they're from Finland. I used to be huge into table tennis before my eye went bad and my legs, but like I used to really be into table tennis, so I still watch them. They're fun. They're good. They do some fun stuff. They're good entertainment.
Yes.
Did I just sell a key? Yeah, I wish they'd highlight stuff a little bit more, but that's fine. Mana and health. I still want to use that. I don't think I have space for it right now unless that. That's stun chance and fizz res. Yeah, we can drop that in there. That'll help out our life. And then I'm just going to buy these shatterings. You found a key? What is it, like, is it an arena key, or is it, like, Lightless Arbor, Soulfire Bastion, or stuff like that?
I kind of want to get to that amulet, so I might, even though I don't really care about the maces. We'll go here. Oh, where is... Checking on my puppy girl. Red colored key. Okay, so those can either be arena or they'll have a name on it. If it's not arena, it is a dungeon key. There are currently 4 dungeons in Last Epoch. They all kind of have a gimmick to them. Excuse me. If it's a temporal sanctum key and you have like a legendary item, like a item with legendary potential, you'll go into that dungeon to fulfill that legendary potential. There's a couple more steps to it, which I can go into if you'd like. But that's where you'll go when you're ready. Some of the bosses have unique drops that can be really build enabling. They could just be fun to do for other drops in general. They're just dungeons. An arena key is just like waves of enemies, and you can kind of pick and choose your modifiers and difficulty. Some builds are better at them than others. But if you like that type of thing, so you don't have to worry about the echo grinding, you can definitely do that. Yeah, it's probably a dungeon key. Especially if you're level 37, you probably got like Lightless Arbor or something. Also, if you're not using a loot filter, I recommend it. If you're following a build guide, they probably have one linked that will like highlight items with good affixes for you. If you've played PoE, you know how important loot filters are. What am I doing? I gotta kill the spires, okay. So there's 3 spires. Let's take care of this guy first, and then we'll do the mage. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I generally don't do dungeons unless I need a drop from the boss or legendary potential stuff. Like, I'm, like, farming monos I actually enjoy more than farming maps, because you don't have to roll them. It way fits how I enjoy playing the game, more than PoE's system. But so, for some people, it's just not what they like. Or they have builds that are more suited towards arenas and stuff. Moxie for Magikarp. Is that its passive? No, Gyarados can get Moxie, not as... Might be a hidden ability, but it's probably not its passive. Or was that Mega Gyarados' ability? There we go. I fat fingered the wrong button. Yeah, the 3 main things you can really do, endgame Galen, is, like, mono farming, arena farming, and dungeon farming. I think most people go with monos, and you're generally going to have to anyway for at least a little. There it is. But if you want to supplement it with other stuff, you certainly can. Perfect. Guide had one, perfect. Yeah, of course. It's really helpful at leveling, too. Because it will point out, if it's a good loot filter, it'll also point out leveling affixes like movement speed, all elemental resistances and stuff like that. Man, that's not bad. Lightning penetration I definitely want. What tier is that? That is tier 5. I'm going to use a rune of removal. That's a lot of lightning pen. And that gets me 5 shards. Yeah, here's like the red dungeon key. This one's for the temporal sanctum. Pay attention to whatever the gimmick is in the dungeon, just as a heads up. Because it'll probably be pretty important for the boss fight. Yeah, I'm going to go for the amulet. And then once we get here, we'll just pound through the quest so we can move on. Yep. Temporal Sanctum's cool. You swap back and forth between 2 timelines to maneuver through it. So, I guess I should have said spoiler warning, but... It's pretty cool. It's one of my favorite ones to run, because since you are running back and forth between 2 timelines, you have theoretically double the enemies. So you can get quite a bit of experience. Which is kind of cool. Yeah, this isn't like the fastest build on Earth by any stretch of the imagination. But I wanted to try something new, and honestly, I'm enjoying it, even though I'm not even close to, like, optimal gear or anything yet. I'm still at the beginning of endgame. And I really am lazy about gearing while leveling. Like, I am super lazy about gearing while leveling. Take the Egg Voucher Plus. Yeah, yep. Yeah, I've never, like, whenever I pick out a build, I try to pick one that's not, like, super meta. And then once I understand games more, like PoE, I try to come up with my own builds. They're not good, but they're fun. Like, in Trial of the Ancestors, I came up with a Rakiata's Dance Wild Striker, a Slayer that scaled Endurance and Frenzy charges. And then Rakiata's Dance treated all hits as inverted for Wild Strike. So I had fun with that. I made it like T15, T16. Stuff like that. Yeah, I don't have a problem following a guide and stuff. I just don't enjoy playing stuff that's super meta. We get anything good? Minion health. Also, these purple items, Galen, when you get later... normally, I was talking about this a little earlier. Normally, you can only upgrade to tier 5 whenever you're forging stuff. You can find stuff that's tier 6 and tier 7. These are called exalted modifiers. And if an item has it, they're an exalted item. These are what you put on legendary potential items. So basically, you'd put the 2 of these at the end of the Temporal Sanctum dungeon in. And then the item with legendary potential would get one of the modifiers from the exalted item. It might not be the exalted modifier, but it could be. There's just like a brief breakdown of it. That's not shattering, that's shattering. Oh, I didn't get any hybrid shards. Oh well. Again, you can look up a lot more complex stuff for exactly how it all works. But yeah, in my endless run routers, I don't need like rare candies and stuff, but I still grab them so I can get like individual candies. So I think right now I have like 90 candy jars, so my rare candies generate so much friendship. Yeah, I mean, there's so much to it, Galen. Like, even as, like, a newer ARPG, it doesn't have the 10, 15 years PoE does of development and leagues and stuff. But even at this base level, there's a lot to learn, and And that's just, like, the mechanics of it. That's not even counting the, like, all of the items and the skills and the skill trees and all that. But it's fun. I like the skill trees. They give you, like, direction for builds without, like, forcing you into it, kind of. I rarely find myself taking Relic Gold. At the Rogue Ball tier, there's usually other things I want. Oh, it's you. Hold up. Hold up. I gotta take care of this guy. He's not a super tough boss. He's just still a boss. Okay. Them adding the dodge mechanic's a big help. Anything else in range that I didn't see? No, it doesn't look like it. Heater shield, shield shards. Mercurial outcast boosts of deflection. Mercurial, if you see something with Mercurial, Galen, it means it has movement speed on it. Usually worth picking up and, like, shattering for at least the shards. Even though this isn't a super high tier. I need to work on my poison and physical res. Like, this helps with physical res. I can probably drop that 7 Ellie res. I'd be a little low on fire. I lose a little bit of move speed. This just isn't as good of a base. Yeah, the bases make such a huge difference compared to other, compared to, like, PoE as well. Take the helm. Yeah, the bases are a huge, huge difference. What are we doing here? Oh, cool, there's an ambush here. Lovely. Ambushes are weird because I really want to have Wearbear form up for them, but because I don't know exactly when they're coming, it makes it a little more difficult. You don't need to spend a trillion... Oh, yeah. No, now you just have to worry about finding the right affixes. You might, you never know. Give yourself a challenge run of Gen 5 where you only use the parent Pokemon in, like, one starter. Yeah, 1,500 fusings is kind of a lot to 6-socket things, though. Alright, we're here. I think we're good. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, we're alright. I was gonna clear up these guys right here because they're right here, but I think it's just a glyph. Okay. Chance of poisoning with that's. I assume you want 100, but I actually leveled a little bit with poison stuff. I found a couple Viper Tails and Keeper's Grips. They're gloves that give me a chance to poison and a chance of summoning bees on melee hit. Something like that. Critical strike multiplier when transformed. Sick. Melee damage when transformed I don't care about, but the flat health and percentage health are nice. And then melee damage, summon Spriggan, it's Primalist skill shards. Alright, we can do all the quests now. Is there anything else here I wanted? Nah, we're good. Yeah, you'll have to let me know how it goes. Okay, again, that was one I was interested in. Even though I'm not traditionally a standard necromancer person, Commander. Oops, I did not want to be here. Okay, transform back. Let's go this way. Though, yep. Yep, I'm actually playing offline, and that's A, so I don't have to worry about server instability. But yeah, I'm going to do Circle of Fate. It was fun when I did it last season. You get some nice, juicy explosions of when you fill in the prophecies.
What brings you here?
Yeah, I was talking about it earlier. I am happy on like how they do the auction house and stuff. But not happy enough where I want to do it myself. Because I was saying earlier, you can't be just like an auction house bot. You actually have to play the game to get favor to use it. But I know last cycle people were complaining about how expensive some things were on the auction house. This just looks so cool. It's just like rampaging around, calling down lightning all around you. It looks so awesome. Hey, just look at that. It's so cool. There's one. I think we have one more left. Nice thing. I think one thing that makes the solo find work as well is the fact that you can actually farm for any uniques you need pretty deterministically in a lot of cases. Like, you know exactly where they drop from, as opposed to like trying to get, I don't know, like a lightning coil or something to drop in PoE, just for like example. I ran right by it.
Yes.
So yeah, I farmed Temporal Sanctum because I needed like gloves or something last cycle. It's so cool. It's so cool, man. Not cool. Not. Why did I dash back in? Okay. Wasn't worried. We had it under control. I can't get over it, man. It's so nice. Alright, Mercurial, movement speed, fire res, elemental res. Yeah, we don't really need that. How long have I had this level up? Don't tell me if I've had it for a while, please. I'm gonna be sad. We're gonna grab the 5th point here to get the bonus. A little bit of sustain. Yeah, I don't want to know how long I've had that. Probably a while. Alright. Okay, you are fairly beefy, so we'll do this. Okay. Did you get a bonus somewhere? Like some nodes have like a 5-point bonus. Or a 6-point, but if you hit one of those, they can make a big difference. They might have been. Sorry, Rooters, your message didn't come through my Streamlabs again. Yeah, Streamlabs has been weird with YouTube implementation. Okay, it comes up on, like, my preview screen. Or on Poison. Okay, yep, that'll do it. Yep. Yeah, those 5-point bonuses can be a big deal. I mean, sometimes just, like, going from 80 to 100% on, like, a chance for something to happen can be a big deal, too. But probably not going to, like, double your kill speed. It would just seem more consistent. Just gonna clear through these. Oh, Voidwing nests. I'm gonna ignore them the best I can. Get out of there. Let me get through this fight real quick, and we'll be good. There we go. Cool. Really bad luck for what? I forget what I said. Of installation, I think is lightning res? Alley res. Okay, sure. And it's too bad that attributes and movement speed are on this are both prefixes. Because I'd love to have, like, strength, attunement, and move speed. I guess I could seal one if I get a good one. Yeah, I guess I could do that. Strength, +1 to tornado, +3 to strength. It's not enough, but we at least got the shards for it. Because Tornado is going to be the one we end up with. Ruins of Solarum. Oh, 80 to 100? Yeah. I mean, if you hit something twice with an 80% chance, you have a 4% chance not to get whatever the proc is. Which probably isn't a huge deal, but it's still there. Oh, this is Raya's fight. Oh, shit. Okay, hold up. Shit. I think my Void Res is pretty low, so I gotta be really careful or else I will get one shot.
As I almost got one shot. He's coming. Yep. I trapped myself. Okay, it's going this way. Sorry, guys. 1 second. I'll look at chat again. Where the fuck is he? Game? There he is. Fuck. He just didn't come down for a while. Where's he at? Okay, sorry about that. We had... I guess we were at 62 Void Res, so we weren't awful, but... Dodge rating, increased leech rate, shred void. None of those are really what we want. You're not really leeching, so I guess we just take the dodge rating. We'll be back anyway. Gloves, atrophy, time rot duration, slow on hit, slow duration, slow attackers. For damage over time. That's kind of cool. This actually seems like it could be helpful for you, Galen. Although I guess you'd have to have a way to apply time rot, which I think is a Void Knight thing. I was looking at the 23% penetration for damage over time. Okay. Before we start the next monolith, I'm going to take a quick break. I got to run to the bathroom and grab a drink, all that fun stuff. We're getting there, though. Where are we? We're in Ending the Storm. All right, I think we have to do Ending the Storm and then Reign of Dragons. Then we can do these 3 to get Empowered Monoliths. Yeah, we'll be back in a few minutes. Thanks for hanging out so far today, guys. Super appreciate it.
Alrighty, thanks for sticking around, guys. Let's get to the new mono as soon as I stop fucking up my screen. There we go. Alrighty. Shards, gold. Do we want a relic? Trying to find out like where the weak points of our build are right now. That's okay. I think at least Moonstaff's an R8 base. That's not bad. It's the belt. We need to improve the belt. We need to improve the ring. We need to improve both rings. Okay. That's what we have to go towards. Yeah, alright. I think once we get some stuff into the rings, we'll be alright. Also, I should be, after this echo, I'm gonna go to get some prophecies, hopefully. That's the hope, at least. Got him. Shamanic, no. Gonna save some mana for our transform. Maybe? Nope. Apparently I'm gonna be dealing with an ambush. Ow, that actually hurt. Not a Covenant of Dominion. Those guys suck. They're such a pain. Nothing like getting into like 4 of them, and they're all firing their stuff at you. They're like freaking lamps. They're the little torches types things you'll see outside of inns and like medieval villages. Alright, let's head to this. Hopefully we have enough favor to get something. We're gonna go for the jewelry. Yeah, I can transform out of being a bear. Prophecies, accessory prophecies. Don't want a set item. Yeah, we can grab that. Don't want set. I guess we could take the unique. Death of... That's in Chronosanctum. Oh, it's unique jewelry. Alright. There's that. Alright, here's what I'm looking at. Death of Abomination. We already did that, but I still think it's fine. And it's exalted jewelry. I don't think we can afford anything here now. I doubt it's going to go that low. Okay.
Hello again. How may I aid?
See how that goes. We already did Black Sun, so we're going Ending the Storm. So again, we'll have to do Chronomancer Julia at some point, but... Diamond Matron, Chronomancer, and Abomination. We'll have to go back. Maybe we'll run Temporal Sanctum after this. Come on, click on it. There we go. Got one Ruby Captain down. Alright, they're up there, so I'm gonna drop all of these. We're just gonna have some fun in here. They go. Couple of them there. And those lightning bolts hit from so far away for the tornadoes. Body armor, the Kestrel with a legendary potential. Alright. This will be fun. Clear all those out. Alright, that was the Echo. Cool. Ivory Ring of Tenacity. Stun Avoidance, 8 attunements, not bad. We might be able to do something with that. And then Cavalier Shield, I don't care about. I will say, when you're like just going through the monoliths, it's pretty easy to miss the Nemesis. I assume the Nemesis is in every monolith, but like once you, if you're just trying to push, you're not going to interact with it that much. You're not going to go out of your way to find it. Lightning damage, throwing damage. I mean, break that down. What do we got here? So this gives us health. This gives us like void, and that's it. We could probably grab strength on it too if we wanted, or spell damage. I'm going to grab Strength. We're going to use Glyphs of Hope. And then to replace the Stun Avoidance, we probably still need... let's put Poison instead of Void. Unfortunately, that used up all of my crafting potential. Still better than what we had, but it's not good. Axe, Taste of Blood. Melee physical damage, health on kill, bleed duration. When you hit a bleeding enemy with a melee attack, all bleed stacks on that enemy double in speed. That's pretty wild. I think we go here next, and then... Increased crit. Yeah, we're going to want that. I think we're just going to pick up like a point here, point there. And grab the flat spell. Or that. Your melee, yeah, we're not... I guess we kind of are doing melee hits, actually. Oh, hold on. Does Rampage count as melee? It does. So, Staggering Impervious because take less damage from hits. You regain rage on crit. If we put 8 points into it. We don't care about the poison chance. There's a lot of cool things in here. I don't know if we're getting 26 points out of that. But we'll see. Let's run the Sanctum. I can show it off. Sanctum. We're going to have to journey to it. But if we go to Ruined Coast, we should be fine. Is the Sanctum just right here? Oh, that's not great. Yeah, it is cool. Alright, that was easy to get to. We can do tier 1. Recommended level 55. I hope I don't die. Level 67, so you'd think we'd be alright, but never underestimate my ability to fuck something up. Yeah, as I said, you swap back and forth here. I just wanted this. Okay. Oh, those two tornadoes take care of him. Care of them. I like this era a little bit more. Don't know why, just do. Oops.
Luckily, it's a pretty seamless transition. Slightly more glyphs, sure. Ruh-roh. Okay. Good.
How are they manipulating time? Could it be?
Couldn't remember if there was a treasure chest in there. There's the nemesis over there, though. See if we can get to it. Alright, what do we have? +3 to summon Thorn Totem? I wonder if we empower it if we can get to +4. Howl of the West Wind? We've already done it once. We'll see him next time. Can I pick this up? Cool.
Finally, I will have power.
Nothing really, neither one of those really interests me. If I'm being honest. Like, I don't really care about either of them. There aren't a whole lot of times I look at fictional stuff and go, man, I wish I had that. We'll go this way. There we go. Oh, I can't go through that way? Guess I gotta go this way. There's one down. We'll get here. Exalted items? Sure. I think there's a chest over here. Yeah. But I think there's one more here. Alright. Time to fight the boss.
Epoch, I will have it. Cannot be denied. Escape is impossible.
Ow.
Escape is impossible.
That was dangerous, running straight through those things, but we got there. And now we get all the rings. We get these drops. That ring. Amulet ring. Alright, let's see what we get. Let's put all these away. What's new? Everything new is over here. Alright. So we got... Right. Oh my gosh. Blast knife. +3 to detonating arrow. I'm not doing detonating arrow, but doesn't mean we can't hold on to it. Critical strike chance, throwing attack. Endurance thresh. Serpent's milk. This is what you need, Galen. Hold up. Oh, no, wait, hold on. Nope, never mind. Minions do 90% less poison. This doesn't seem good. Maybe if you're just doing damage based off of how many poison stacks there are? I don't know poison well enough. Ring of the Third Eye. Crit chance, crit multiplier, or minus crit multi. 30 gain ward on crit. Julka's Star Dial. I'll take your word. I maybe watched an episode or two when I was younger, but that's about it. When you use a movement or time travel skill. This seems really good for us. Is Rampage a movement skill? It is. This seems really good for us. Right? I mean, we get ward. You triple that, you're looking at 114% additional spell damage for 12... Oh, for 4 seconds? It has a 12-second cooldown. But, like... Basically, every time I transform into bear and use Rampage, we're getting so much extra damage. Yeah, again, Rooters, I never really dove into the Beyblade stuff at all. Chimera's Essence. Increase damage while transformed, movement speed while transformed, minus 15 all res when transformed. That's just flat. I think I might rather have the ring. I don't think we care about this. We might care about this, honestly. Those aren't bad. Do we have any exalted rings in here? That's exalted, but like that's... Increased elemental damage? If we go increase crit chance, let's try to forge this up. I'm going to try to change this, so we're going to go with a Glyph of Chaos. Strength is fine. Void Res is fine. So let's go increase, that's fine. So yeah, let's see if we can put this and this in. Go back here. Alright, we got 26 Void Res. It's not insane, but, like, for now, that's certainly solid enough. Wait, hold on. Man, imagine if we had gotten the crit chance, though. Or even the strength and tripled it. Alright, I still think that's going to be solid. Do we... Alright, how many uses of that do we have left? We have another use of it at some point. Yeah, I think if we want to just, like, front-load our damage, that's the way to go. I definitely think that's the way to do it, especially if we can get the cooldown low enough on the transforms. We're going to do a couple more echoes, and then I'm going to wrap it up. I just want to get through some stuff. Tomes of Experience. Yeah, and then maybe we'll come down here for the glyphs. Alright, let's see how this feels. Also, how are our resistances? That's a little low. Physical Suffering. Necrotic and Void are actually good. So the Necrotic's so good that gives me more hope that we can replace the chest piece. That started out with a lot. Okay, then. Alright, if there's going to be a lot of these... we need to be careful. I'll trust your Beyblade knowledge, Rooters. It's just not something I've ever had interest in. So I can't really comment on it. We can go right after this. Yeah, that kind of shreds. That's an Acolyte helmet. Yeah, we can't do anything with that. Mighty Boots eviscerating. It's fine. Let's actually swap back, though. There's one up there, yeah. All of them here, we can do this. Does this count as a movement skill? Evade? It does. That's interesting. We gotta be careful not to let that trigger... we just had. Rooters, man, you should make a video on it if you're this passionate about Beyblade. This isn't the place for it, but if you're this passionate and knowledgeable about it, make a video. Eagle Wing is a one-handed axe. Yeah, no, not for us. That hurt way more than I thought it would. Arcane Boots of Lucidity, the cooldown reduction speed's pretty interesting, especially for us. I don't know if I care about the base of it, but... I screwed that up a little bit. So I might as well do this. I mean, there might be people that are getting into it, though, that want to know these types of things. People who make guides don't make it for those who already know these things. They make it for people that are getting into games or trying to learn how to do something. Or you might have, like, people that are casually interested but want to know more about the lore, your opinions on it, and stuff like that. Did I just hear a baby cry? I feel like that's what I just heard. Alright, there's the Nemesis. This could be an interesting one. I'm not going to transform for him because we have the Nemesis. Okay. Yeah, I'll transform for him, sure. Doesn't mean you can't put your own thoughts out there. Oh, plus, people like different ways of learning about things. Could be the way you like talking about things is something other people enjoy. And there just might not be someone out there like that who talks about it in the same way. Alright, we can challenge this. Oh my gosh, he just disappears. That is insane. Alright, so we have this helmet. Plus 6, that's actually great for... Don't care about that. We did not... Nah, we got double exalted. Double exalted on this too, the necrotic res. Reduced having crit avoidance is weird. The issue with that, rooters, is they might not care. Like, if they're interested, that's great. But if they're not interested, it's not going to go over well. Silver Ring of Embers we don't care about, but we did level.
Yes.
So let's sell some stuff, and then we're going to wrap up stream for the day. Don't need that. We're going to keep the Howl. We'll keep that, too. That's going to be helpful for some builds. That's not bad. What's our current one like? Spell damage. Physical res. Physical res is the one that's low, but we break even. We get fire res out of that, gain a little bit of Ellie res. What are the bases? Freeze rate multiplier, minion damage. Cold res we don't care about. Yeah, alright.
You should probably care what the streamer thinks, at the very least. %4 health is a good one to keep. Yeah, I'm going to replace this. What's our current health? Our current health is 1399. Yeah, we do gain a little bit by doing that. We can save this for later.
Yes. Yes.
Alright, we'll get rid of that. No, I'm not going to keep that. Does have a legendary potential. We'll keep it in case we have a build that wants to use it. I'm not planning on doing a detonating arrow. It's not even on my radar. Might use that. Don't think I'm going to use that. Not going to use that. Not going to use that. Maybe. At the end of the day, man, a lot of streamers also want their chat to be filled with what they're talking about or content they're talking about and stuff like that. That's why they're streaming. So if you go completely off kilter on something they're not interested in, a lot of times you can derail the chat or drive other people away. So just try to be cognizant about it. That's what I'm saying. If you want to talk about this type of stuff, the perfect thing is to make a channel for yourself. Instead of hijacking streams. Let's grab this passive. Yeah, we definitely want to go down into here. So we'll grab that. We don't use anything in here besides Wearbear. Yeah. How far are we in this stabilization? I'm trying to be polite about it, rooters, instead of just hitting it. Oh, you can search for this now. That's kind of cool. Alright, we're about a third of the way done this timeline for stability. But again, we're going to wrap it up. I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I'm getting my eyes injected. We'll be back Friday, though. And I should have made significantly more progress. We might be going back to Poke Rogue on Friday. I'm not sure yet. Thank you so much for everyone who hung out today. And hopefully I'll see everyone Friday. Have a good one. Enjoy your Wednesday and take care.